Welcome to Laramie, Wyoming, and one of the highest elevations you will find in all of college football. And it is home to the Wyoming Cowboys, and they have a taste for the spicy brown mustard. We've got a sensational matchup for you. Fans have been filing in and getting ready for this game, as we'll see a squad from the SEC, the South Carolina Gamecocks, taking on a team from the Mountain West, the Wyoming Cowboys. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Cowboys will get us underway with the opening kickoff. Fair catch, called for and made. Here comes the offense on first down. Quick pass on the fly motion. Ran through the contact. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play.
Man, this guy is exciting to watch. When he has the ball in his hands, he can make magic happen. They're going to throw it to him. They're going to hand it off to him. They're going to get him the ball in a variety of ways, and they're doing it early in this game.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. And the Gamecocks racing to the line in the hurry-up. On third and short, they'll ride the running back here. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40.
It's a really good sign if you're on offense here. You're putting it on your offensive line on third down. Critical down and distance, opening drive of the game. Let those guys fire off, get a hat on a hat. You can run the ball, pick up the first. You're around midfield. And all things looking pretty good here early for this offense.
Ran the ball on first down. Let's see what they do on second. Running back searching for a hole. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. That linebacker saw the express lane right to the ball carry.
Did a great job by the defensive line, getting some push, making them use their resources on him. Linebacker comes free, Brimley making the backfield for a tackle for a loss.
He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. The Gamecocks are rolling down the field.
And I think on that last run play on third down here early in the game, they're making a statement that we believe we're the more physical team and we're going to run the football even if you know it's coming at you. Nice job. They got the ball at midfield. I expect to see more run plays coming up.
Tackled after picking up the first down.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
Wide out in motion. The jet sweep pass. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
You got to fight fire with fire. You got to fight speed with speed. There's a receiver with the ball out in the open field trying to get the corner, but a cornerback with the same type of speed and athleticism able to make the tackle. Nice job.
To the ground with the back. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, South Carolina.
And the Gamecocks will try to move the sticks on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Finds his tight end. He's not going to get there. Stop short on 4th down.
Coaches talk about it all the time. We're going to be aggressive. Well, they're aggressive on that first drive. They go for it on 4th down. No dice. Now you put your defense on the field. I like the aggressiveness, and now you got to deal with some of the consequences.
Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down.
This is an offense that really sees their identity as being able to run the football. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Okay, ready? That's the end of the first quarter. And after one, we're tied 0-0.
They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. From the gun, running back on the move. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And runs like that are like body blows in a boxing match. 4, 5, 6-yard gains early turn into 20, 30, 40-yard gains later. They really wear down defenses, and they test their physicality.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. On the run, it's Scott. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
And the Cowboys will have it 1st and 10.
Double right. 42 Spider.
Handoff from the gun. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big boys.
That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. To the air, it's Clemens. Looking left. A strike downfield. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Wyoming.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point makes it 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they closed the deal from 43 yards out with a touchdown pass. Kickoff team lining up to send this one away. He'll call for the fair catch here. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. He's looking to throw it. Coming after him. Extending the play. He'll pull it down. And that defense doesn't allow a cutback, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain. And now on second down for this offense. He's looking to throw. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
You got to give the defense tons of credit because we know how much speed this quarterback has. That time you saw the pursuit. They were able to bring him down for a big loss on the sack.
On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Now improvising. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play.
Not a lot of good plays for third in California, so you're just trying to get a completion and help out your punter, but they can't even get that executed.
On fourth down, they'll throw for it. Lofts one high and deep. And they gambled in their own end, turn it over on downs, and now the other offense is set up.
Yeah, and I tell you what, that takes some onions to go for it in your own territory like that. I mean, they're treating this like it's a video game. They don't even care. They don't worry about the outcome. No big deal.
On the run, it's Scott. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And the freshman does a great job using his technique and getting the man on the ground. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. They'll go with a direct snap. And they did not let him get to that first down line. It'll bring up a call here. The defense burns their third and final timeout of the half.
Timeout, South Carolina.
Now on fourth down, here comes the field goal team. And the holder will spot it on the 14 for a 24-yard attempt. Splits the uprights, it's good. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
Wyoming and South Carolina.
So they put the field goal on the board and about to kick it away, and hoping that'll be the final points of this first half. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustment.
He's off to the races. The 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Gamecocks. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Offense getting set for first down. Quarterback checking off. Back to pass, it's Clemens. Working that left side now. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
He wants to throw here on second down. Good timing on the quick out. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
Nice job there by the receiver on the out route, not telegraphing where he's going. He can't be peeking to the outside, giving the defender an opportunity to break on the ball. He kept his eyes right down the field. DB had no idea where he was going, and that helped make that completion a whole lot easier.
Now he'll let one fly down the left side. Fires into traffic, picked off. And they make the play to stop the scoring opportunity just before the end of the half.
Some defensive players just have a knack. I've played with guys throughout the course of my career that You can't coach it. It's not speed. It's not strength. It's literally, I know when to break on the football, how to go get it, and how to pull it in. It's just a knack.
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. It's a big stride inside the 10. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, South Carolina.
The kicker is on for the extra point.
And with the extra point, they're up 14-10. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime.
That's the end of the first half. With the score, South Carolina 14, Wyoming 10.
I guess they're trying to send a message to start this second half, lined up for an onside kick. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the Hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. Wyoming has the football back, and here comes the offense. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
Snap it to the back. A run up the middle is stuffed for no gain. Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need to push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have any.
Motion from the offense. To the air, it's Clemens. Unloads to the wideout. Pass on the way, it's picked off. Looking for more room. The 20, the 10. Touchdown, Gamecocks. How about that D coming up with a play like that?
Number 3 with the defensive score.
And they'll try to tack on 2. He'll set up to throw. Now he's going to break the pocket. And the misfire goes out of the back of the end zone.
Well, every coordinator has a couple of two-point plays in his back pocket. They dialed one up there. They didn't get it. Let's see how that affects the outcome of this one.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Wyoming takes over the football, and the Cowboy offense on its way out. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do, because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out, not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Open a drive like that, it opens a world of possibilities. First down from the 43. Leaves it with the back. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
He's back to throw on 2nd down. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
Love the effort, tried to toe tap, but at the end of the day, that's just a really good-looking incompletion.
If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a 3rd down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a first down.
The Cowboys are on the move. They'll throw it on first down. The freshman able to get home with the sack.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
Wants to throw. It's Clemens. Looking for a big gain. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
And when you're a quarterback, man, I know wide receivers are great athletes and they're supposed to catch everything that gets near them, but when you don't put it right on the center, when they're running a lot of times, it just makes it a little bit more difficult. And I think he did that a little bit too much for his wide receiver right there.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And the defense at this point understands that the offense is going to have to try to throw the football, all right? They already got a lead, so they're now pinning their ears back and getting after this guy, trying to get him to the ground.
On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Trying to beat the D deep. Can't hook up on the long throw, and fourth down goes by the boards for this offense.
Well, great defense on that one. They were ready for pass, and they forced the incompletion. They're coming off the field. That's a big win for this defense.
Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. He wants to throw. And here comes the offense on second down. Touch pass on the jet sweep. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, South Carolina 20, Wyoming 10.
Now facing a third down as they come back to the line after the break. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. They're trying to get to him. Really strong job by the defense. A negative play on third down. This offense has failed on its previous two fourth down attempts, but they need to keep this drive alive. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Looking to the big tight end. Incomplete on fourth down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive.
I think that might be the very definition of just trying to rub salt in the wound, right? You got the lead, multiple possessions, you're looking really, really good, you know, late in the ball game, and you go for it again. So you're just trying to, listen, it's their job to stop you. I like the offense doing what they do. Forget your defense, get a stop. That's your job, and you did it.
A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on second down. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Looking downfield, it's Clemens. Fires deep toward the end zone. And it's picked off for the third time today. He'll try to take it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the fourth quarter, everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
Fighting off the defender. And he's running in the open. He's at the 40. At the 20. Touchdown, Gamecocks. He ran through tackles like water through a sieve. Now a two-point conversion attempt coming up. Wants to pass. Looking to buy time. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. They'll try to follow that last touchdown with an onside kick.
26, Wyoming, 10.
They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Wyoming has the football back, and here comes the offense. Looking to move it through the air. Gets it out fast. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all offseason long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
On second down, he'll fire. Throws toward the end zone. And that one was way too far for anybody to catch, except ticket holders. Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's third and short. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. They turn to the passing game on third and short. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. To the end zone, and it's picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
That should be the nail in the coffin. What a great break on the football. Getting a big turnover. You got the lead. Now just go out there, be smart on offense, and run that clock.
A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Pressure coming. Now it's 2nd and 4 from the 20. He's looking to throw. Feeling some heat. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
Great play by the cornerback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block him, and he tackled that receiver on the screen.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. This will be picked off, maybe just the turning point they needed. And it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown, Mustard and Brown.
How fast did this game just change? Offense in the lead with the football, looking great. Defense makes the big play. We've got ourselves a ball game now.
They're definitely up against it. Time running out, down 2 possessions. They'll try the onside kick. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball.
And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time, when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is here.
Tip ball, put it up for grabs, and I thought he had it, but somehow it slithered through his fingers. Now 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Fires left. He's got it. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. And that big gainer on the last one has them ready to go from inside the 10. They'll try to get it in with the run. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Timeout called by the offense. 29 seconds left on the clock. Picked up some of what they needed on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. He's going to the right, looking for a pass to the end zone. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Timeout called by the offense. 24 seconds left on the clock. Fires to the end zone. And that pass picked off. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
Well, there's no quitting this defense, I'll give them that. Obviously, they're trailing here late in the game. It seems like the opponent's going to win, but still, they've got guys out there playing the way they're coached to play. They're playing with outstanding effort, trying to make plays to claw their team back in the game.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Dropping back, it's Clemens. Throws to the wideout. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
Man, that's a couple bad throws. Last possession obviously ends in an interception by this quarterback, and now you throw another one, in harm's way. You got to make sure you're throwing to the open guy. Make sure you're taking care of that football. We can't have any more turnovers.
They get the timeout called with 7 seconds left on the clock. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Takes a hit as he fires. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
And that just about does it. That about puts this thing to bed. The offense, listen, they had to. They had to go for it, but now defense, this is the situation when you say, I'm just going to eat clock, up by several.
Deep shot for the end zone. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man. Oh, that was a pretty rough showing there by this team. Just couldn't find a way to get things going and come up with the win.
Just got outplayed, Reese. There were moments in this game. There were plays to be had and plays to be made. At the end of the day, they just did not execute.